Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And we're all going to learn something in today's video, I feel, because I'm going to use a sonic cleaner for the first time. I'm going to be using this cleaner on the pistons that were in the Honda Pilot that, well, they were all gummed up with gunk and everything and not allowing the oil to go back down into the engine. So I think these are a perfect candidate to try out my sonic cleaner for the first time. And, well, let's see what the results are. This is a sonic cleaner and it does two things. It can heat things and it can vibrate things. And I'm told I should probably wear earplugs when using it. But this is the 30-liter variety from Anvil, as you can probably see. Yeah, Anvil. This is all the stuff it comes with. I guess I'm going to need that. I'm definitely going to need this hose. And this looks like a little deal for smaller parts that I can put in there. Ooh, looks like a little cover for that drain down here, which I'll put in, and also a basket. I'm going to get this all set up and we'll go over to the pistons. I have a helpful tip for you. Make sure that the ball valve is closed when you start filling it up with water, because you could wonder where the leak is coming from, and then you realize that it was a bonehead move on your part and that you caused all this water to go everywhere. These pistons are pretty much right where we left them. I'm going to remove the bearings from all of these. I have numbered all of the cylinders so that I'm sure to get the bearings back into the right place. I don't know if you're noticing my technique of like pushing and rolling the bearings out. One side of this, there's a notch, and then the other side is just plain, and I'm just pushing down on the plain side towards the notch side to roll it out like that. Also, a viewer mentioned before when I was talking about these cracked connecting rods that not only does it help locate the connecting rod and get it all back together, but it helps it from moving side to side. Like once it's together, it's together. So that was another purpose of that type of process for splitting connecting rod ends. And I'm just finger tightening these. I did get a new bearing for that bearing that I damaged or scratched. I don't know if it's the right size yet. I'm gonna have to check that. And this is that bearing. I'm hoping the numbers that I've scratched into the top of these pistons is enough, because all that carbon and stuff is gonna go away and that'll be a clean surface. I'm hoping. I might re-etch those real quick before we put them in the tank. Etched it in a little bit more. Am I damaging the piston? Probably, but my mark will be on this piston forever, and I will ride to Valhalla victorious. Let's see how many of these fit in here. I haven't filled up everything all the way yet, because I kind of want to see how many of these I'm able to clean at once. The hope is I get them all in. And the other reason I didn't fill it up is because as I add these in here, it's also going to displace some water. We can look at previous footage to see how dirty they are. Look like they all fit to me. Just going to add a little bit more water, because it says to make sure that it's 2/3 full. So I want to make sure I'm up to at least the handles and stuff. I think that's good. This is the degreaser that I'm using. I got it just because it was convenient. I've never used it before. I put in probably about 2 cups of this stuff is what I would say, is what I put into this. And I've put 2.5 buckets. So I don't know if that's a gallon or not, but I filled the bucket up to the line. So I filled the bucket up to this line. So 2.5 of these up to this line. Well, maybe 2.25. It is plugged in. Let's see if we can work it. This is literally my first time using a sonic cleaner. I've seen them at the PRI show, but I've never used one. And I want to thank Anvil for sending this. Wow, it's already set to go. 30 minutes, 40 degrees C. It's at 16 right now. Maybe I haven't started it yet. Maybe the on-off thing needs to happen. Yes, that's what needs to happen. Okay, so that's achieving temperature. Wow! That is offensively loud. Okay, so I'm gonna go someplace else for 30 minutes, because man, that sucks, but it looks cool. Check it out. The lid helps. It does help. Well, welcome back, viewers. It's been 30 minutes. I've turned off the heater. The heater stays on as long as this is on, but this goes off after a certain amount of time. So if the heater's on, the heater's going to be on. Anyhow, I'm going to turn this off, and then we'll get a look at our results. Foamy is what I would call it. Oh, wow. I'm going to get a tool to see if I can fish this stuff out. I think I put in the perfect amount of stuff because it's not like overdoing. I guess I'm just being silly because I'm trying to think if I get something sharp and put it in there, I could scratch something I don't want to scratch. So I'm just going to, water's warm but not hot. Oh, wow. Look at that. I mean, Sonic cleaner for the win. Those grooves are clean. This thing looks like it needs a rinse. Although, it feels like there's more here in some way. Like this is gonna need like some more wiping and cleaning, but wow. Wow. That's impressive. Okay. Now, are my numbers still visible? Barely. I'm gonna get these out. I'm gonna get these in order over back where we had them before, and we'll talk about it some more. I suppose I could have just taken the whole basket out. I guess that would have been the easy thing to do, right? Feels like a bit was lost here. Like all the dirt and everything went away. Well, most of the dirt. There's still in some of these grooves, there needs to be some more cleaning that needs to be done. I hope you can see that. So there's still inside of these grooves some more cleaning that needs to be done. But this dull finish on the outside of these pistons almost feels like there was a coating on here before. In particular, this area where the skirt is. It felt like that had something on it. It just feels like some of that is gone. Like some of it I'm able to wipe away and it can become shiny again. I'm gonna go in with a toothbrush and some more of this cleaner to try to get the rest of the gook out of the piston rings and everything else and get these things finished, cleaned, and ready to install. I'm really glad I scored the tops of these pistons because you can barely see those numbers. I don't know if you see this one I think is 3, but I had to hold my tongue just right to see it. Maybe you need to do that too. I've been doing a little extra cleaning on this. I was a little worried because the color change and everything on this was, well, worrisome. But apparently I am able to, I looked it up after the fact, whether or not I'm able to take cast aluminum, cleaning it in a sonic cleaner. The thing that they warn against was the type of cleaner, degreaser that you use, and making sure that it isn't harmful. But it doesn't look like it really harmed anything, you know, now that I've wiped off some of that residue. But I wanted to share with you some tricks if you don't have a sonic cleaner, as far as like what you can do to clean ring grooves and things like that. I picked up just these regular cleaning brushes. You can just as easily use an old toothbrush. Don't use a new one. You can get down into these grooves and clean, like there was a little bit of, there still is some in here that I'm cleaning out. In particular, I want to make sure that these holes, which is where the oil is supposed to return on these sides, these holes are completely clear. But you can see maybe down inside that groove there that there's still some gunk that lives there. And the way you get that is, this is like old school tricks right here. Is you take a piece of broken piston ring, which I happened to break one of these when I took it off. You could just take this and run it in the ring groove. Like, don't dig too hard, but this is like the perfect size tool you can see to get that schmutz and stuff that's down in there out, and it helps clean it up real nice. But that's how you get like the details of the inside of this. And I'm gonna clean this as best I can before I reassemble that engine because, well, this is where the compression is, right? So we want to make sure that this works and works for a good long time. Another tip is use different size brushes because different brushes will get into different places. So if you use a variety of brushes while you're doing your cleaning, I know I just spent like 30 minutes cleaning this in the sonic cleaner. Here I am doing it all by hand later, just because I'm a perfectionist. But if you don't have a sonic cleaner and you're looking to clean this by hand, then a variety of brushes is your friend. There was a lot of caked up junk in particular with these oil return holes, like a lot. I don't know how well you can see that, but that was fairly well full of junk, and I can't see how anything was going through it. And this is critical to me, so I am spending a whole lot of time making sure that these oil return holes are clean, because they need to be able to do their job. If they're full of gunk now, well, I can't expect them to do that job for very long. So I'm going to do my best to get those cleaned out. I'm not worried about down here. The wrist pin, I'm going to say that got cleaned when it was in the Sonic cleaner, is what I'll say on that. But as far as the rest of this stuff, I'm really focused on my ring lands, because the problem was right here. If you remember, the oil was not going back down into the oil pan. So I want to make absolutely sure that that passage there that goes back down into the oil pan is clear. That's my main focus here. I have important news for you viewers. One, find yourself a comfortable place to sit while you clean, because being comfortable means you're going to do a better job. I also found out that an 1/8 inch drill bit, this is what this is, goes right into here perfectly. And don't use a drill, but just twist with your hand, and you can use that to clean the stuff out of the inside of these holes. I found that works pretty good, so I wanted to share that with you. But yeah, just go up in there, so that drill bit, and it helps clean them out nicely. In fact, there's a nice one I just cleaned out right there. I just wanted to show you a quick difference between the pistons that I have finished and the ones that I have remaining. So these are the ones that came straight out of the Sonic cleaner. And they just have this gray residue all over them, which I suspect may be this stuff or oxidation. I don't really know what it is, but I think it actually has more to do with the cleaner I use than the actual Sonic cleaner. Here is some more what I'm going to call important info for you on all this. This is nothing against the Sonic cleaner whatsoever. I think part of this, well actually most of this, I think has to do with the solvent that I used or the degreaser that I used. And I'm not really blaming that either, because I'll fully admit that I didn't read the instructions to the cleaner other than quickly looking over the directions, and I also didn't look over the instructions for the Sonic cleaner. So that's on me. But what I did walk away with was some information that I think will be helpful to you if you're in the same situation as me. And if you're going to be cleaning pistons in particular with your Sonic cleaner, and in particular pistons with this coating on these skirts. Now, I think this coating is the gray stuff that ended up on everything inside of the bin. I'm concerned about it because it feels like it's going to act like sandpaper or something like that inside of the engine, and I really don't want that with the piston. So I did a few things to try and mitigate any issues that might crop up as a result of this. One of those things was I went in with a Scotch-Brite pad and I cleaned up all the areas not involved with this piston skirt area, all the areas around the top with the Scotch-Brite, to try and remove some of that metal residue so that anything that was contacting the inside of the cylinder bore didn't have that gray film on it. And it was really telling when I took a rag, well, a paper towel and some solvent, and I wiped down the area where this piston skirt coating is, and a whole bunch of gray stuff came away when I did that. This is after Sonic cleaning, this is after my brushing, this is after all that stuff. Still things embedded into this coating. So I wanted to make absolutely sure I just went in and cleaned it again to make sure I had all that stuff gone. Additionally, I went through with the Scotch-Brite and cleaned out the connecting rod ends to make sure none of that residue was there. And I also did a wipe down of the entire piston with the solvent afterward to try to get rid of any of that gray residue. But it seemed to really hang out in this area on the piston skirts. The other areas it wiped off pretty easily, but in the piston skirts in particular, I really had to clean that out. I did not use the Scotch-Brite for this area. I only used the Scotch-Brite on the top part of the piston. The only thing I did within the skirt is I cleaned that out with solvent and a couple of paper towels, shop towels we will call them. I am very happy with my Sonic cleaner experience. I think it did a great job, especially in these areas on the connecting rod and those other areas that had that stuff just sort of caked on there, that even if I scrubbed it with solvent and a brush, I don't think I would have been able to get it as clean as it is there. I'm not concerned about the piston tops because I've been down this road before, and no sooner do you clean the piston tops than 3 seconds after they run inside the engine, they look just like they did before you clean them. So I didn't want to put my energy there. I wanted to put my energy in the rest of the parts of the piston. In particular, if you are going to use a sonic cleaner to clean pistons with this piston skirt coating, I've seen it in more than one place, I would beware. In fact, I might not even do it. And the reason is because you saw that after cleaning that I did on these pistons, you saw that after cleaning I did on these pistons in order to clean them up completely. And again, I was worried that that substance on the outside of those pistons might score the inside of the cylinder walls, things like that. So going in to do a repair to make things better and only making things worse is not what we want to do. So if you're going to take something away from this video, I would say that if you're going to clean pistons with this coating on the piston skirts, don't do it with a sonic cleaner, do it in some other way. And if you are going to use a sonic cleaner to clean pistons, you might do well to clean out all the small areas and things first before putting it in there. Also, here's something I should have mentioned a while back. When I first started it up with the heat, I think it would have been better to heat it up and have everything up to temperature before I started the sonic cycle. So if I'm going to do this again, I want to make sure that the whatever water or whatever that is inside that sonic cleaner is heated up to temperature before beginning the cycle with the sonic part of things. The sound wasn't as bad, but it certainly was something to be considered. So I hope all this information is useful to you if you're going to be using a sonic cleaner for the first time, in particular cleaning pistons. I'm happy with the result, and now it's time for me to start putting this thing back together and getting it running again. Those other videos will be linked down in the description so that you can find them and, well, follow along with my whole VCM experiment, which I hope you do because it's a really interesting experiment in my mind. Also linked in the description will be the tools and other information, stuff like that, including a link to EricTheCarGuy.com, which is where I ask you go if you have automotive questions. Thank you so much for watching today. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.